All right, y'all. I just left the gym, so excuse how I look. But the revelation is revelating, and I just have to share it. Okay, so boom. The patterns that you build in your natural life is going to be a reflection of the patterns that you build in your spiritual life, and vice versa. So, example, in my natural life, I love butter pecan ice cream. Okay, really ice cream in general, right? But I committed to a lifestyle change, and I know my body doesn't even need those things. I know my body really needs salads, vegetables, fruits, right? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give my body what it wants. And my body wants the butter pecan ice cream. So what I'm essentially doing is giving my flesh what it desires. I am giving in to my fleshly desire. Okay, stay with me. It could also be as simple as, I know I need to get up out the bed and go to the gym, but my flesh wants to lay here and scroll on social media. So I'm just going to lay here and scroll on social media. That is forming the pattern of giving in to the desires of your flesh. It doesn't necessarily have to be a sinful desire, but you are practicing the act of giving your flesh what it wants. So on the spiritual side of things, let's say you want to commit to a fast, right? And every time you try to do this fast, it's like you just can never finish it. 6-8 hours in, you always end up breaking the fast. That's because you built a subconscious pattern of giving in to what your flesh wants. Your flesh does not want to fast. Okay, the Bible tells us that our flesh is at opposition with our spirit, and our spirit is at opposition with our flesh. They do not desire or want the same things. So if we build a pattern of giving our flesh what it desires in the natural life, even if it isn't simple, even if it's something as simple as, I know I should get up and go get on a treadmill, but I'd rather just sit here on the couch. You're giving your flesh what it desires. So you're creating that pattern. So that pattern is going to spill over to your spiritual life. This is why you can't read the Bible like you need to. This is why you can't get out of bed and pray like you need to. This is why you can never stay consistent on a fast, because you haven't built up enough spiritual endurance, spiritual stamina for your spirit man to actually overcome the flesh. Think of two dogs. Your spirit is a dog and your flesh is a dog. Every day in your natural life, you're constantly feeding the flesh. You're feeding that dog. You're feeding the dog your flesh. That dog is going to be bigger. That dog is going to be stronger. That dog is going to overpower the dog that you starve. The dog that you starve is the spirit. So your spirit is weak. It doesn't have the strength to overpower the flesh because you always feed the flesh. That flesh is strong. That flesh is powerful. You know what's not strong is that spirit in you, because you're so used to giving in to what the flesh wants. And the only way to break that habit that you've created of feeding your flesh and starving your spirit is to start denying the flesh in your natural life. Do what you said you were going to do, even if you don't feel like it. You committed to going to the gym 5 days a week. Do it. No matter what, do it. No matter if your flesh says, oh, I'm tired. Oh, I'm sore. Oh, I don't feel like it today. Do it anyway, because what you're doing then is you're slowly building the pattern of ignoring the desires of your flesh. And eventually, your flesh will get weaker and weaker and weaker because you are now creating a pattern of ignoring. I don't care what my flesh wants. I'm going to do this. I don't care what my flesh desires. I'm going to do this. I don't care what I'm feeling right now. I'm going to do this. That's the only way to break that pattern and to be free in your natural and your spiritual life. I hope this helps somebody. Take Jesus with you wherever you go. And if you can't take Jesus, then don't go. All right, y'all. Be blessed.